Hi dear fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome yet again to the Cricket Happening Show with your host Ram. Well, we all know yesterday I talked to you about the Indian Premier League. Yesterday Kolkata Knight Riders were the new champions of the Indian Premier League 2014. So now there'll be a bit of a lull because all the players were engaged in the Indian Premier League, and now they would take some good rest and then get fit themselves for their country's respective matches in the international calendar. So the Indian Premier League is all over. Kolkata Knight Riders were the proud victors. Kings and Punjab, well, they did a great job in the UAE. Then they also, when they came back to India, they did a good job. But unfortunately for them, it was my commiserations to Kings and Punjab. But may the best team win. In the sense, the team that plays the better cricket. But I would one thing I would like to say: the final was a real worthy final, and the winner was cricket, because the match went all the way down to the wire with loads of excitement, and then Piyush Chawla was the one who actually got them the winning run. Well, in this particular cricket happening show, what I'm going to look at is we are going to look at the fifth one-day international, which is coming up between England and Sri Lanka, which is going to be played at Birmingham tomorrow. We had an exciting clash happening in the fourth one day, and if you look at this series, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brief preview of this fifth one day international which is coming up, and what a cruncher that is going to be, because we have seen that both the teams are not giving an inch. Both the teams are level now at 2-2. The series has been absolutely exhilarating stuff from both the teams, and it's like, both the teams winning against each other, then exacting sweet revenge, and then once again now the climax is going to happen tomorrow, that is at Birmingham, between England and Sri Lanka in the fifth one day international, and whichever team wins will be winning the one day international series, and the focus will then shift on to the test matches. But just talking about this fifth one day international coming up, let's see what is in store for us. I mean, this is my take on the fifth one day international, so I'm just going to do a brief review of the fifth one day international. Let's have a look at the Sri Lankan squad. Now, as far as the Sri Lankan squad is concerned, one good thing that yesterday happened was that Kumar Sangakkara, for the first time, hitting a century in a Lord's Test, which was a pretty, very, in a sense, it was pretty rare. I mean, one probably would have not expected that Kumar Sangakkara has never scored a century in Lord's Test, but definitely one good thing that happened is that Kumar Sangakkara went on to score a century in a Lord's Test match, and that is every cricketer's dream, to score a century at Lord's. Well, so just talking about that, what one has seen is that the opening combination for Sri Lanka has not been really settled. That's what I could discern from this particular one-day international series that has gone on. Dilshan has been delivering the goods, no doubt about that. But the second partner, I mean, Pereira couldn't deliver the other day. Mahela Jayawardene has been definitely short of form. He has been really struggling, and one hopes that tomorrow might be the day, and probably we are also looking at probably Jayawardene not making another tour to England in the future. Depending on that, one would hope that Mahela Jayawardene comes up with some flying colours tomorrow for Sri Lanka. Angelo Matthews, well, he has been doing, he has been chipping in with some scores, but Angelo Matthews, what one has seen is that he has not really delivered in a big way, as his consistency was tremendous, as you know, in 2013, and well, other than that, the bowling has looked sharp. Lasith Malinga has been bowling excellently. One definitely saw how this death bowler bowls when he actually bowled to England when Josh Butler was on strike. So Malinga has been, always been the linchpin for the Sri Lankan bowling attack. And Kulashekara, well, he's a wonderful bowler. He moves the ball both ways. The other day, even though he came in for some tap from Butler, came back in a very big way in that penultimate over to block the English batting. And then the spinner Senanaike has been pretty consistent, and he has been doing his job absolutely to perfection. Now Ajanta Mendes has not really done much of note. Ashan Priyanjan, who is a very, very talented youngster, and one would be hoping that Ashan Priyanjan gets amongst the runs tomorrow. Now let's have a look at the England squad. For England, one good thing that happened is that Josh Butler, at a very young age, became the fastest player, in the sense in fact he was the player who broke the great Kevin Peterson's record to slam the fastest century by an Englishman in one-day international cricket in the fourth one-day international, when he reeled off a century of 61 balls and almost took the England team to victory in a match which was all but given up with the score on 111 for 5, and Ian Morgan departed in the 29th over. But what a knock from Josh Butler. So that would be pretty refreshing for England, and Sri Lanka would be pretty wary about that man Josh Butler, who really yesterday one was probably thinking what an amazing cricket player he is, and where does he get that sort of elevation, in the sense he stays there at the crease and goes through the full range of the stroke and deposits the ball over the fence. And yesterday he definitely referred to one thing, that he used to play a lot of squash, and that was the reason he could play such strokes like scoops and whatever the innovative strokes that he played the other day. Now for England, Alistair Cook has not been consistent. In fact, Alistair Cook has not been able to get amongst the runs at all. So that is a big factor now. Ian Bell has not been very solid. He has not been very consistent. So that is something that England would be hoping tomorrow. So both the teams are actually having the opening slot problems. If they can actually resolve that, then probably one can expect a very good total being put on the board in Birmingham. Gary Balance, well, he has been doing his bit by playing some knocks in between. Joe Root the other day made 43, but still more is expected from Joe Root. Morgan has been a total failure in this one-day match series. He has not been able to do much of note. Bopara, as usual, has been a very good contributor, especially with the bat. Butler has done his job, and the bowling. Now, looking at the English bowling, one thing we have seen, that Harry Gurney made his debut in this one-day international series, and he is turning out to be a very good bowler. But what is good about Harry Gurney is that he also picks up the wickets. The batsmen try to hit him, they try to play across the line, because he's the left arm pace bowler. He angles the ball, and he also, so that's the reason definitely we see that the Sri Lankan batsmen really find it difficult to deal with Harry Gurney, and he ends up picking up wickets, and he had a 4-wicket bag the other day. So he has been a real find for England, I thought. James Anderson, well, definitely in the fourth one-day international was costly, but barring that, I thought Anderson has really done his job. He has bowled in the right areas. Chris Jordan, well, he has not been consistent, in the sense he definitely has done something of great importance in this one-day series, because he also has shown with the bat and the ball. So he definitely classifies himself as a very good all-rounder in the making, Chris Jordan. James Treadwell did a fine job the other day, bowling his off breaks pretty well, and so all in all, I think we are looking out for a very good match. The fifth one-day international is going to be a real cruncher, according to me, because both the teams have not been given any. Both the teams have been fighting it out, and both the teams are evenly matched. And who would really like to miss the fifth one-day international, which is coming up tomorrow at Birmingham in Edgbaston? So that is what one is waiting for. So that is as far as that preview is concerned. Now let's have a look at some cricket news. Before that, well, Sachitra Senanaike's action has been reported, it seems, and that is not good news because it seems that the umpires are a bit concerned after seeing some deliveries from Sachitra Senanaike do a lot. So that is a bit of a pressure on this young bowler. Sachitra Senanaike is a real talent, one would say. And another news I am just getting out right now is that with the test matches going to be starting after this one-day international series between England and Sri Lanka, Suranga Lakmal, who is a very good test bowler, is out of the test matches, and the left-arm seamer Chanaka Velagadra has been recalled into the team. Now, okay, so it also gives me another news that the Cricket South Africa are going to be sitting to decide who would be captaining the South African side for the Sri Lankan tour, and definitely Hashim Amla, as the other day we saw that he has realized that even though initially he was not interested in captaincy, now Hashim Amla has realized that some big names are going, and now he definitely needs to take on some responsibility, and he has definitely tossed his hat into the ring as far as captaincy is concerned. And well, Cricket South Africa is meeting tomorrow, and they'll be deciding. So probably, given the facts, one would not be surprised if Hashim Amla is told to take the test reins tomorrow. So that is some news which is coming up. Other than that, well, I would only like to leave this Cricket Happening show with some generally talking, not in a big way, the Indian Premier League which happened, just trying to find out what were the finds of the tournament of this Indian Premier League 14. One man which comes to mind very readily is the left arm spinner from Gujarat, Akshar Patel. Well, what a bowler he is turning out to be. For India, left arm spinners has not been a sort of an abundance at all. The only one left arm spinner in India who according to me is the best spinner is Pragyan Oja. But now I think Pragyan Oja is getting some competition, because what we saw from Akshar Patel in the Indian Premier League 2014 was simply superb. I mean, he has a good loop, he has a good drift, he turns the ball, and he makes it very difficult for the batsman. He frustrates the batsman into playing some false strokes after throttling them. And Akshar Patel looks to be a real player for the future. Well, he has already got a nod. He is going to be on the trip to England, trip to Bangladesh, I suppose. So he's a good find. Other than that, I thought Sandeep Sharma from Kingston, but Sandeep Sharma initially he bowled well, but later on towards the latter stages of the Indian Premier League, I thought he was really picked up very well by the batsmen. Another player that comes to mind is Surya Kumar Yadav, who I thought did very well. His batting was something that certain strokes that he played was really amazing, and India's hunt for an all-rounder could really pinpoint this bloke. Probably not now, probably sometime in the future, if he is able to really get his game to top-notch level, one wouldn't be surprised that if Surya Kumar Yadav gets an opportunity to the Indian team as an all-rounder. Well, other than that, just talking about the Indian Premier League, I'm just trying to see like what are the other players who really made headlines in the Indian Premier League 2014. Well, Manish Pandey did a fine job, there's no doubt about it. Yesterday he made 94, and I'm just trying to see whether there is any other cricket news which is right there. I'm just trying to see. And Ridhiman Saha, who was selected for the Tour of England as a reserve wicketkeeper, yesterday surprised one and all in a losing effort, but nevertheless it will do him a lot of good, world of good in fact. And one thing is that he has been selected as the reserve wicketkeeper for the England tour, and that will buoy up his confidence after being the first person in an Indian Premier League final to score a century. Well, dear fans and subscribers, well, if I want to talk, I can still talk, but time is definitely a constraint, dear friends and subscribers. But again, every time I come on this cricket show, I would always like to thank my dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, who has been making this cricket show a great success with all their splendid contributions. And well, I can't say much about you, dear friends subscribers. Cricket Reddit is a great contributor to my Cricket Happening show, no doubt about it. They are there in numbers in my subscribers list, so that is something which I am really proud about. That Cricket Reddit has been very cooperative, and I thought they have also played a big role in my success in this Cricket Happening show. So everywhere, wherever thanks are due, I would say one has to thank them, because this show is not possible without you, dear friends and subscribers. And I'm very happy to know that all the dear friends and subscribers take a great pleasure in enjoying this cricket show of mine, which is very good to hear. And I'm just trying to see whether is there anything else that I could really speak about. Other than that, well, I think we are only waiting for the this particular match to start. That is the 5th One-Day International, which is going to be played tomorrow. And we also saw that Robin Uthappa really came of age. And what was good about it was that he has changed his technique. The bat is coming straight, and that is the precise reason he was in and out of the team, but he learnt his lessons pretty well. He was coached by Pravin Amre, and finally Robin Uthappa has flowered. I would say the flower has really blossomed right now, and he has also booked his ticket into the Indian team. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, on this note, very sadly, the Cricket Happening show is about to end. As usual, keep your company going with this Cricket Happening show, and as usual, your host Ram will be there to give you immense pleasure on this Cricket Happening show. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.